Hey, eighth grade. So far in our energy presentation, we've learned what energy is, we've talked about energy conversions, and we've talked about fossil fuels, which are non-renewable. Once we use them, they're gone because they take so long to remake. And now we're on to our next slide, which is nuclear energy. And for this one, I'm looking for four things. First, I'm looking for what nuclear energy is. I'm looking for some pros, I'm looking for some cons to nuclear energy, and then I'm looking for a picture. And so we're going to try to do that today, or at least show you how you can get started on it. So the first thing that I want to do for nuclear energy is I went to my search engine and I typed in nuclear energy, and pros and cons was one of the first things that came up. So I chose this article, sciencetrends.com, and it talks about the pros and the cons. So it says nuclear energy pros and cons can be separated into the non-greenhouse gas emitter, which is a pro. It's a constant supply of energy and it has a low operating cost. Compared to, so these are the cons, potentially high environmentally damaging. It's a high startup cost, and there's radioactive waste disposal after you get the nuclear energy. So these are my pros and cons right here. So I'm just going to highlight this paragraph. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it into my presentation. So I'm going to delete the parts that I don't need. Okay, so this first part was pros. And I'm going to use quotation marks because this is a direct quote. Low operating cost. Okay. Okay. And then delete this. And these were my cons. Potentially high environmentally damaging, high startup costs, and radioactive waste. Okay. So I have my pros and cons here. I need to go ahead and cite my evidence. So this is going to be my fourth website. So I'm going to put a 4 here. And I need to make sure that I have my quotes, because these are not my words. I copied them from another place. So you can add your quotes for the cons, and then I'm going to add another text box that has the definition. And I'm just going to say nuclear energy is, and then use my quotation marks again because they have a great definition. What is nuclear energy? So nuclear energy is the result of what we call nuclear reactions. Okay. And then I can add that to my presentation as well. I use quotes, and this is from the same source, so I'm going to make sure I put a 4 here. Then coming back to my works cited section, I can add my fourth website here. And I need to cite my source so I can later change it to MLA format. All right. Now I can change the fonts and things later, but right now what I really want to focus on is getting a picture. And so I can copy this image. I can paste it here. And this can also be my my citation for my picture. And I'll fix this later. Any questions? Let me know.